Hi, my name is Chelsea Burton Dunn, and I'm here with Erik Deckers today. We are both going to Indy PopCon in June. It's June 27th through 29th, and we are going to be there as part of the Four Horsemen booth. And I am just doing a little interview just so you can get to know him a little better and you hopefully come out and see us. So, Erik, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your book?
All right, so my name's Erik Deckers. I'm originally from Indiana, and Indy PopCon is happening on my birthday, which is why I wanted to go. So I will be there promoting my first humor novel, Mackinac Island Nation. Uh, I wrote this several years ago and finally got it published through Four Horsemen in 2023. But it takes place on Mackinac Island, Michigan, where I had visited several times with my wife, and I had asked myself, what would happen if the island had to secede from the United States? What would that look like? And so
Mhm.
that idea was born in the late 90s, and I didn't start writing it until 2015.
Wow.
The first chapter of that got me a residency at the Jack Kerouac House here in Orlando, and I wrote half the novel during spring of 2016,
Oh,
and then finished it a few years later, self-published it, didn't do well, submitted it to Four Horsemen, did better,
yeah.
and so now I guess you'd call it speculative fiction
Yeah.
because it is that what if, but there are no spaceships involved, so it's not quite science fiction.
Hey.
Um, and then my second novel is going to be coming out later this year. I'm optimistic that it will come out in time for PopCon, although I kind of don't think so.
But that's the nice thing about PopCon is you can tell everyone about it and hopefully people will snag it, pre-order it for you
Yeah,
while they're
the reviews
there.
are
So,
great.
yeah, very cool. All right, well, let's dive into some fun questions. So, what is something you're most excited for about coming to PopCon?
Uh, I still have a lot of friends in Indianapolis, and I'm looking forward to seeing them and just seeing friends during my whole time in Indiana. I'll actually be up there for a week, and so it's nice to be going home again and just seeing friends and visiting family.
Oh my gosh, that's so nice. It's one of the questions I wasn't going to necessarily ask, but is have you ever been to Indianapolis? Well, obviously you have. So it's
Lots of
kind of
times.
it's very fun that you get to like do a homecoming, especially during your birthday week. What is two interesting things about you that you'd like to share?
One of them is I know a real word that rhymes with orange.
What?
Yeah. And also purple. I know two words that rhyme with purple. Another interesting thing is I I enjoy public speaking so much that I teach it and I do it professionally.
Oh, very cool. Because that is something people are most of the time scared of doing. So it's
Hmm.
very interesting to have know someone who really enjoys it and teaches it, in fact. If you were to choose a character in your book that is most like you, is there one? And who would it be?
Um, the main character, Pete Bidwell, is the mayor, or not even the mayor. He is the he becomes the president of Mackinac Island Nation once it's forced to secede from the U.S. because of a 200-year-old peace treaty. He becomes the reluctant president. He just wants things to go back to the way they were, except Congress is going to take 2 years, and so he has to deal with just all of the bullshit that goes along with it because everybody else wants something from him, and he just wants to go back to the way things were. And so when I was writing the story, a lot of the situations I would put him in, I resolved by saying, what would I do? And
Yeah.
so, in that sense, the personalities are the same.
Is he so it's a humor book. So is he a funny character or
No, so my approach to humor, at least with this, is because I've been a newspaper humor writer for about 30 years, and I've written a lot of short stories about on humor or with humor. And the best situations, I think, are to put normal people in a weird situation or weird people in a normal situation and see how they react. So you think of movies like um, Back to the Future or shows like Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Here are people in situations that they are not used to. How do they deal with that? And so that's what this was about. So the people aren't funny, but the situations they find themselves in make them funny.
Ah, okay. Well, I think I like that kind a little bit better because it grounds you, makes it like, what would I do in this situation?
Mm-hmm.
And it just breeds a little bit more realistic humor to it, I think.
Exactly. It's one of those, if I didn't laugh, I would cry
Right.
situation.
Well, thank you so much for chatting with me, answering three fun questions, and hopefully everybody comes out and chats with you and pre-orders your next book while they're there if it's not already at the table with
Yep.
us.
I will be running a special at the table. I haven't talked to anybody else about this, but if you buy one copy of Mackinac Island, you can get a second copy at full price.
Love it, love it. We should spread that along to everyone else, I think.
Yes.
All right. Well, come out to Indy and see us in June. Thank you so much.